knew it was coming.
Yep, misdirection every time.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. Well, we're here. It is Thursday night. I think I pulled my butt muscle today when I was working out. Oh, does the butt a muscle? Oh, so.
Yes, the
Is it?
buttocks are a muscle.
The buttocks are a muscle. Oh, like great googly moogly.
Someone's going to clip that. This is how smart Alex is. Quote from 2022.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If this show ever goes anywhere, look how dumb these guys are. That's why we've already got the thing on the bottom. Fuck bro science. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yep. We are not doctors or virologists or immunologists. We're not even smart people.
We're going to try to sound like we are, though. We're going to talk about some shit that we're probably going to confuse ourselves and more or less get lost. And then everyone's just going to have to keep drinking because I'm going to get lost all the time.
Yeah, we're going to fail. Hey, guess who's first? He's got to curse and cuss and insult.
Wow. We would never curse and cuss like that.
Yeah, you fucker.
Twat waffle. I sit here eating my pudding and these grotesque gentlemen are on. Gosh. So
you goddamn kids and your goddamn live streaming. Get off my TV. As he's trying to eat his pudding with his hand, can't stop shaking. He's so old. Yeah.
He actually did homework and left his shit here. Well, he doesn't need these anymore. I hope he doesn't.
Good to see you, Chad.
I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? What we gotta talk about? Let's just talk about COVID. That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about because it's, of course, it's huge in the news right now. I don't know what's going on in BC, but
it's huge in the news, bro. It's been huge for the past 2 years. Of
course, it has been dirt hard. So here in Alberta now, because the hospitals were getting swamped, if I understand correctly, you're not allowed to have PRCT, whatever the fuck tests those are now. Like the hospital administrative tests. They're no more. They're only for specific people now.
Okay, like those are PCR tests. That's where you PCR, shove the thing up the nose?
Yes, and not the white stuff that a lot of people do in our hometown. No, that's the swab, right?
Oh.
So anyways, and they've been going on how they don't want people going to emergency. You got to know, like if you're going to emergency, why, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, this is the problem with the way this has been handled to me from the beginning, is you've scared a large chunk of the population. Mm-hmm. And just hear me out. And while you're reporting that the Omicron strain isn't as bad as the Delta, it's just like like we talked about it last week. You're saying, oh, the children are getting it, and oh, the Bilderbergs, and holy shit. But meanwhile, at the bottom, it's scrolling that, everybody's getting sick, and it's like people are confused. They don't know what to do. And now, because a lot of people worked up into a tizzy, they are running to the hospitals because they think they're going to die from COVID. I'm just saying a lot of people probably do feel this way. Much like we have a lot of people who are like, not so much anymore, but like, oh, the microchips and they're tracking you. There's those people that are scared of their own shadows and they're running to the hospital the minute they get sick. So I think it's just creating a two-headed monster now that's kind of screwing the system over a bit. Like they can't get any of those home tests right now. Because it's human nature that even if you didn't need the test, oh, it's free, I got to run out and go get as much as I can. Though you don't really need it, right?
It's not toilet paper.
No, but these people, like I was watching the news, and there's people coming out of like a health center with like, this one lady had 2 stacks of tests. So there's 5 tests, right? There's 5 tests.
What's up, Corey?
Or 5 boxes with 5 tests. So this lady had 50 tests. Why the fuck do you need 2 tests? Like 50 tests?
Jesus.
But that's just my feeling on it is I know there's something, there's a sickness going out there. I'm not going to be ignorant and be like, there's not. But frick, man. Frick.
there is a segment of the population, and this is a completely non-researched statement, so do not believe it at all. A segment that is scared, a segment that is confused, a segment that doesn't care, and a segment that is treading lines between those three groups. I'd like to think myself as more level-headed. Obviously, I'm not if you've watched this show for any amount of time. There's a testing station that's not far from my job that for 2 days in a row, vehicles were not only covering that place, like going in, but all the way around the block and back again. It's creating a traffic problem in that particular area because a lot of people might rightly be showing signs and are acting on that impulse to get tested, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's getting to a point of mass hysteria. Well, not mass hysteria, I think that's the wrong word, but people are going overboard with it slightly. Some people, not all. Not going to tar and feather, not going to use the old blanket statement.
No, and I don't think it is either, but I think that people are so worried about getting other people like sick.
Yeah.
That they're and which you mean, but this is the thing, guys. Hello, Stephen. We should have been. This is the way it should have been before. Like right now, so Colin couldn't go to school this week because he has a cough and the sniffles. It's the same cough he's had. He always gets. He sounds like a 20-year smoker. But now, if this if this was 3 years ago in this situation, so he got sick Sunday night, so he was told you're staying home. I would have made him stay home Monday, Tuesday, right? Wednesday, he was feeling much better. He would have been out the door. Okay, go live your life. You've been home for 2 days. You got a cough. See you later. But that's not the way it is anymore. So now he's off school and work till Saturday. But then again, we always should have been, not that we should have been off for work for a whole week, because like I'm very fortunate I have sick time. A lot of places do not have that, of course.
Yeah.
Right? And they can't afford to take extended periods of time off work. But, the best thing for when you're sick is go have a day of rest. Like I always find if I can go to spend a day at home, if I'm sick, and like basically sleep the day away, I'm usually pretty okay the next day. I'll still be sick, but I'll be able to function.
Yeah. You give your body that time to adapt and overcome, just like with anything else. The gym, for example, when you train hard one day, you don't go out the next day and immediately do the same thing. Your body goes through an adaptation process with the stress from weightlifting as with the stress from a virus. Adapt and overcome.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah, and that's the way, and that's the thing. Like again, broken record here again. We've talked about I lost. See, there's drink. We've talked about how things repeatedly. How we should wash your hands. Call from your elbow. Again, this is shit that we should have been doing from the get-go.
Yeah.
Right. Especially to wash your hands. Like,
Yeah, wash your hands is just as common sense as, I don't know, anything else. Dad, you're giving the other side the ammunition that they need to argue with people.
Yeah, but you see, so one of the guys in the band had it, and he said, I asked how he was doing, and I just checked on him, and he's like, I've had worse colds, but he's also double vaccinated. Yeah. One of the other guys got it as well. We weren't together at all, but he got it too. And he said he felt like shit Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now he's Rodimus Prime was a bitch. Of course, you would get the bitch of the coronavirus cases.
I'm waiting for the Galvatron version.
Unicron. Fuck yeah, Orson Welles. Orson Welles talks. His voice turns into Orson Welles.
Yeah.
I actually bought that on Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, I was at Walmart. And I was walking. I always look at I don't buy movies ever. It's kind of looking. I kind of did the old Arch. Yep. I haven't watched it yet. It's still. I gotta wait till Cole comes back. We'll watch it. But
Is there like a 30-year anniversary version or something?
That's what I got. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Okay.
You talk.
Yes. How you doing, Casey? It's been a while. What was the verdict in the trial? I haven't been watching. I think you're not guilty. I can't say you're not innocent, but I am going to say you're not guilty. Did you bring in some of the flat Earth stuff? Jen, hey, how are you? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Yes, good to see you, Jen.
Okay. There's I think it's a 30 year would be right, but the year is 2005. Really? Wow, boy, are we let down.
I'm a Generation 1 fan, Casey. I watched in the early to mid, or pardon me, yeah. I saw 84 was season 1, 85. I saw the movie. I saw season 3. I saw the little bit they had of season 4, like the 2 or 3 episodes. Then they canceled the rest of season 4 for whatever, and that's it. That's my experience as a Transformer fan. But I would go with this version of the Rona because it's so weak. I would have called it the Sweeps version, not the Omicron, because the Sweeps, they were little bitches, basically. They were like the red shirts in Star Trek.
Good call. I like that one.
Trail.
The trial, you mean, you dumbass? So for anyone that doesn't know, Casey's the reason that Betty White's dead right now. And
no, that's going to be clipped.
So he's getting put on.
He's getting put on trail.
Yeah, he's getting put on trail. Yes, Heather Shlevich, this is live.
This is live, Heather. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you been, Jen? Thank you very much. Where you been?
Yeah, is everything okay, Jen?
Have you been watching post live stream? Because we haven't seen you here in a while. Yeah, trial. There you go.
Hi, Jamie. Which talk? The Transformers talk? Oh, we got a bot. There it is. There's a bot. Yes.
Nice. Everyone, do not go to that site.
Yeah, don't go to that site.
We don't endorse it.
We don't know what it is. What, Jamie, do you want to talk about COVID or Transformers? I'm totally down to talk Transformers.
We're naming new variants. We're mixing the two.
Yeah. See, this says new restoration. It's a 4K scan. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I would love to watch that.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. But can it really look that cool? Because it's an old cartoon, right? Like it was kind of like they had released the Phantom Menace 3D, and they didn't end up doing the other ones, but we went and watched it, and it was like, oh, this sucks. Like it wasn't made for 3D, right? So it was like, so that, yeah.
Yeah, holidays can keep you busy.
Actually, and Butt Blaster Brody won't be here because he's super excited. He's at the opening night of Scream.
Ooh, nice.
Screams tonight, so he's gone to it. So
I'm gonna go see that next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? See you next Tuesday?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Dog whistle. Ooh. Well, he was brought back though.
Ultraman, yeah. But he sucked too.
The Junkions glued him back together.
Yeah.
I love the Junkions.
Yeah, because they come out to Weird Al. Right?
Don't be stupid.
Done it out loud. Don't be stupid. So,
oof.
Yeah, my kid was sick. He doesn't have it, but again, it hits, but we know this, right? That it affects people differently.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just, right? So,
yeah, it's one of those things where, like Dad was saying, his 81-year-old neighbor, I think, friend, pardon me, 81 years old, double vaxxed, said it was like a bad cold for one day and then regular cold for 5 more. Well, let's take age into account for a minute there. Mm-hmm. And then with someone like you or me, it might just bounce off. So I have no idea.
Well, and but that's just it. And like me, like Cohen was sick, but I don't know. I mean, I'm double vaccinated, but he didn't have COVID. But again, I'm not the pillar of health, but I have been eating better. I go to the gym between 4 to 6 times a week, depending on how I feel. I didn't even get a sniffle from him, and he was sick.
Wow.
So I mean, it's kind? I guess it depends, right? And he was around the house. It's not like we made him stay in his room and, you know, like fed him like fried beans or anything like that. Like,
I would have turned him into a pariah, locked him in, and cut a hole in the bottom of the door like he was a prisoner.
he would have Kool-Aid through that motherfucker. He'd be like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
oh no, Kool-Aid."
I kept Casey's comment here because I love the Transformers movie from 1986. That's the
You've
first movie.
Touch.
Yeah,
that's the power.
That's what Heather was commenting, and I'll get to that. That's the first movie I ever saw in the theater. I love that movie. I will watch clips from that movie every few days, at least once a week. I'm watching a clip or two. The nurses are overworked. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So we will talk more about nurses. We will. One of my favorite trips with you. Yeah. One of my favorite trips to the Prince with you, if you remember, because me and you would go down like every payday almost, right?
I remember. You remember?
I remember. You remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. We found the VHS and it had Optimus on it, and we were all stoked. We bought it, and then we watched it that night at the party. After as soon we were waiting for everyone just to leave, or finally, I don't think everyone was even gone. We're like, okay, listen, music's done. We're watching Transformers. We waited fucking long enough. And then I think we went down the following payday and we found like the DVD. I'm like, well, buying this one. Oh, fuck. And then we had to watch it again that night after the party or while we were partying. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't remember a lot of the cartoon, like the series. I'd have to go back and watch. But again, I've watched the movie more than a dozen times, right? So
I think there are either full episodes or at the very least clips on YouTube of Generation 1, which is seasons 1, 2, and 3.
See, Heather and me too. I remember when I first saw Boogie Nights and he's singing that, I'm like, this is Stan Bush's Transformers song. Why the fuck is it on Boogie Nights? It was so weird.
The only thing that I remember from Boogie Nights is the end where he says, "I'm a big, bright, shining star." That's it. I don't remember anything else from that movie. Oh, wait a minute. I do. When
of course you remember the part with the big penis.
Yes. Julianne Moore, when she had her scene with Mark Wahlberg, and he's like, oh, and then he says, no, I can do it again, because Burt Reynolds is like, okay, guys, we're going to pack it up. He's like, no, I can do it again.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I remember like when he whipped it out there and like, they're just like, and like Philip Seymour Hoffman, whatever, he's like, drops the boom mic. He's like,
it's a great movie.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that, Heather. It's good that you joined us for however long you're going to waste time with us for.
It was a good movie. That was an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah, Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever saw the show, but there was a scripted TV show called Wahlburgers.
No.
And like the mom of Donnie and all of them was on the show, and she had a friend, and they were talking about Mark's movies, and she actually said, "Oh, can we watch Boogie Nights again?" Like she's talking to the kid's mom about fucking Boogie Nights. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Cringe.
No shit. Cringe-worthy is right. So, well, should we talk about the Rogan stuff?
We might as well. For anyone.
This is your lead, so I'll just fill in where I want to, giggity.
For anyone who's a fan of Joe Rogan, and a lot of people are, and since I mentioned his name, and so did Nick, you got to drink, because that's part of what we do here on the show. Heather, if you watch to the end, we've got a list of things that we recommend people drink to, and mentioning Rogan is one of them.
Yep.
So, sharing the screen. 270, and this is dailymail.co.uk. 270 doctors and scientists sign open letter to Spotify calling for it to stop Joe Rogan from spreading anti-vax misinformation after he hosted a virologist. That's very important. This is not just some guy. He has an education. He's a virologist who called the vaccination program a mass formation psychosis. His name is Dr. Robert Malone. Get the fuck out of here.
Is he related to Carl Malone?
Yes.
See what I did there?
No.
All right. No.
Now, calling, I don't know if using menace to public health is against Rogan or the doctor, but I don't know about that. It does. I can't even comment on it from any kind of intellectual perspective because I'm not a doctor. So, and I'm not a virologist or immunologist or a biologist or anything ologist except a moronologist. Anyway.
A moronologist?
A moronologist, yes. Description down below. 270 experts. Now, do we have a list of these people? It might be in one of the links down below. The guy says he is part of the team that invented the mRNA technology used in the jab, and says that the companies administering the jabs have financial conflicts of interest. Now, I haven't listened to the episode. Of course, it got taken down from Spotify and probably somewhere else as well. Hundreds of medical professionals who have fact-checked him and demanded accountability from Spotify. Spotify does not have the same standards of challenging that kind of information that YouTube and Facebook do, at least not yet. So there he is, Dr. Carl Malone. What the
Look at that beard.
Yeah.
It's not Carl Malone. That's a basketball player.
I know. Well, he's a virologist. He is dressed for it. He's distinguished. So you can't go after the guy as many people do for his appearance. You can't say, oh, he's just some nutbag. Because he's not. Letter claims Rogan has a penchant for broadcasting misinformation, particularly regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Well,
you shut the fuck up!
Another one of the things that you drink to is when Nick's family drama is part of the show.
That's not drama. My cat won't shut up.
Cat's part of the family.
Great. Now we got to drink.
Yes.
Continue.
These actions are not only objectionable and offensive, but also medically and culturally dangerous. So just throw in every accusation they can out there. If you can find, I think it's episode 1757. It's around here somewhere. Yeah. But basically, he had the guy on. The guy used the words mass form psychosis, and now he's in trouble by 270 doctors and scientists. So Nick and I were talking about this, and I guess we're done with this, before the show, that it'd be interesting to have not only that doctor, but another doctor who doesn't agree with him, and they can have a debate. That would be great. Ooh, Chad, you listened to that podcast. What did you think? You heard nothing damaging? Well, maybe it's because you fell asleep halfway through because you are old. And
it wasn't about pudding.
How to eat pudding better with Dr.
I love that
Chad.
man so much. I'm going to talk to him this weekend. So,
oh yeah, I know about Dr. Wakefield. Yeah,
I do not.
That was the guy who started the jab and autism idea.
All right, then I don't need to read anything else about him. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to fucking know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Alex Jones picked that up and ran with it.
Wow, the frogs are dead. I don't know why I always go to that one. That one was, actually, world champion of the Galaxy, Dewey Robson, sent me a video of Alex Jones' best freakouts and then apologizing right after he motherfucked someone.
Yep.
He's like, wow. Sorry.
I'm sorry. This is a family program. I apologize.
So I
Frogs are gay.
The frogs are gay. The Bilderbergs.
They're coming to kill your children. They're going to drink the blood. They're going to make adrenochrome and chug it back. The billionaires.
So,
yeah.
While you and good friend of the show, Buck Blaster B. Brody, are going to see Scream, I'm clearing my agenda for February when Jackass 4 comes out.
Oh my God.
Jackass Forever. I love it. I love it because it's so dumb and, so.
Yeah, his bonus buckets is what they're called. Yeah, Jim Baker, he's such a piece of trash.
Jim Baker?
Yeah, his last name is spelled Bakker. Yep, bonus buckets. By the way, thanks to Trevor, Jamie, and Steven for liking the stream on Facebook.
Steven and Jamie and Trevor.
Good night, Jen. Oh. Take care.
Hi, Jen. Feel better.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, he's that guy. Oh, Jim Baker. Yeah. Wasn't that like his wife? Yeah, Tammy Faye. Yeah. He's still alive? God damn.
He's still alive and pushing stuff. He was pushing. Well, he himself was not pushing Silver Solution, but he had a guy on his program who was pushing it. And the FDA is like, you stop that shit right now.
What's Silver Solution?
It's supposed to cure the Roner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Silver Solution.
Yeah. Some colloidal silver or something.
He's fucking 82 years old.
Yes.
Like, fuck. He's only 2 years younger than Chad, and this guy's giving medical advice?
Have you ever seen Pat Robertson when he was still on?
No.
Oh, my God. Robertson. Pat Robertson's he was part of the 700 Club. He retired, I think it was last year. He's so fucking old. When he sits in his chair, he's like this, and his eyes are so wide when he's talking, and he's 90-something. And he's still of sound mind if you watch clips on YouTube.
Pat Robertson, right?
Yeah. That guy is interesting. I think he was in favor of the legalization of weed, so progressive there.
He's cool. Man. Dude, if you look at how his pictures get older,
yeah,
he looks like he goes from like a human thing to like one of those creepy puppets from the Genesis video. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams. And then it died 1,000,000 screams. That one. What's the name of that fucking song?
No idea.
Men. There's too many people making too many problems. And it's nothing all around. Land of Confusion. There it is. Chad's going to now chat will pop in. Land of Confusion.
Then he'll fall asleep.
See, I told you. See, Chad's at that age where they, if someone were to change the channel in the room, he'd be like, hey, I was watching that. He'd be like, hey, put that back on. Right.
I'd love to see a scientific study on that. People who fall asleep in front of the TV, and then when you change it, they're like, I was watching that. We got to put money and time into people figuring that out.
See, I don't know how, like, your dad was, but my dad would, like, sometimes nap on the couch and snore. And I mean, it sounded like a lawnmower starting up. It just, and you would change the channel, and the motherfucker would wake up. Like, how did you hear that? Like, the neighbors can hear you snoring, but you heard me change the channel. Are you fucking kidding?
Heather has the info. She is our new Jamie. It's because we were talking about Joe Rogan earlier. She's got all the information. He did go to jail for, I think, 10 years for embezzlement or something. I might be thinking of someone else.
Did you have a stroke, Chad?
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
You do.
Hammy, they're bugging me again the show. Hammy. You guys, that's so sad. Yeah, he does. He totally looks like one of them puppets from the Land of Confusion. But if he's a pro weed, then he's a friend of ours. Just saying, I'm a fan of weed. I don't smoke it anymore, but
Yeah, me neither.
I'm completely pro marijuana.
Yeah, especially recently, I think Dr. Sanjay Gupta had done a documentary or at least something on CNN with regards to how marijuana can help people who have autism, I think, or
Oh, really?
schizophrenia. Yeah, I think it's schizophrenia. Yeah,
I'm
it
glad we
helps.
make you laugh, Jamie. That is our goal on this show, was to
Yes.
enlighten, entertain, and half-ass educate. I guess it'd be half. I think it's a good way to put it. Half-ass educate.
No. No.
Half-assed. Yeah.
All right, Dad. Good night.
Hey,
See,
Bruce. Thanks for coming in.
there's a real old guy, not like Chad, the fake old guy. Both. Yeah, no education here.
No. This is again. If even only 5 people watching, even if we've had 14, I think our highest was 20. It's just nice to get together and bullshit with an old friend and get like the shit off my brain. That's what I like about it, right? Because let's just go right. It's nice to
And I'm the opposite because I got nothing in my brain, so I'm constantly on edge trying to come up with stuff to keep the show going. Marijuana
Well,
keeps the COVID away. That statement has not been evaluated by Alex or the garbage man.
but the garbage man does approve of that message, and I would like anyone to try and find out if that works.
So you got to go into public, smoke
Yep.
the weed, and hang around with people who have the
Well,
Rona
no,
and see
yeah.
what
If you have a
happens.
set of balls, actually, what you'll do is you'll share a pipe with someone who has the COVID, and we'll see. Well, no, he wouldn't have COVID because he's already been smoking. Ah, okay. I've already found a flaw. I've already found a flaw in this system. So, I'd like to know. There was a video that went around years ago. The guy had, he was shaking, so Parkinson's or whatever,
Mhm.
and he put like the CBD under his tongue. I don't know if that was a real video or not. But to watch him, like when he was shaking, like within like a few minutes, he'd stop shaking.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish I should actually do some homework to know if that's actually real, because if that happened, that is absolutely amazing that
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah. There should be rooms in hospitals dedicated to hot boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have a lot of people that just be there. Man, I got it. Whoa! Okay, they always say that elderly people don't have people visit them, right?
Yeah.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. So what we do is because these old people have like glaucoma and like syphilis and stuff, you let them smoke the marijuana and you invite young people to hang out in the room with them and get hotboxed in there. But you have to hang out with the old people and listen to their stories. But you're gonna get a free high because that room is gonna be fucking Cheech and Chong. Fucking, why are we right? Copyright. That's my idea. That's a great idea.
We're going to move all the pot shops to either in or right beside hospitals.
Oh my God, did you see what Prince George got fucking in the airport?
In the airport?
In the airport, they're going to be the first airport that has a marijuana shop in the airport.
Bro.
But of course it's Prince George. That's fucking amazing.
A lot of people.
Of course it's somewhere in BC. Like, oh, fuck yeah, it is.
A lot of people are going to be going to the airport now. Are you getting on a flight? No, man. I'm getting high, though,
But I'm definitely going to get high. You know what I mean?
Bro.
That's fucking great.
Order it online from BC. Yes, I know someone who is in the interior who I think he grows it for the government, and he's got a pretty good operation going, and that's all he does all day and all night. It's good stuff.
It's good shit. Okay, now it's here's I did so now we're gonna this is how awesome our show is. Just goes all over the place. So this week in southern Alberta, surprise, it was very windy. And I just want to mention before I forget again. And as a garbage man, it can be very testing at times when the bins fall over. This is my plea as a garbage man to all the people in Tabor, Alberta. Okay? If you have one small Walmart bag in your brown reciprocal for garbage, and we have 100-kilometer-an-hour winds, can you please refrain from putting your fucking garbage bin out? because it falls over. It just makes my day long. Because every time a bin's fallen over, I have to get out and pick it up. And okay, fatty, you need the exercise anyways. Okay, and I do. But it actually does. So even if you do I pick up 800 bins on a day, you get out 100 times, it just adds on to the day, right? Okay, Grandpa, I get it. It's your garbage day and you pay your taxes. I understand. But can you please if it's just a little Walmart bag, could it maybe stay in your garage just for an extra week until you get some shit in it?
Yeah,
Literally,
fill
it could
that
be
thing up.
It could be full of shit. I don't care. It's just going in my truck. I'm such a child too when I wash my truck. When I get the water splashed on me, I'm like, poo water! Because it's cat litter and stuff. So I got a full face mask I wear now with a hat and coveralls on.
I'm surprised you don't turn into an 18-year-old woman in a bikini in one of those silly early 80s sex comedies. And you're like, oh, in slow motion and stuff. Oh.
Hey, what I do in the back of my truck is my own personal time. Thank you very much. No, you can't do it. There's actually today on Wednesday it gagged me because there was maggots and stuff in it. It was just so it's got a ledge in the truck, right? The ledge goes like this, and garbage gets filled up on the thing there, and it didn't smell until I shoveled it. And I was like, because it just it just hit, and it take this as you will, Chadney, but it got right in the back of my throat, balls deep. Stank, and I was like, you catch that smell of stuff.
Oof.
And I almost yacked in the back of the truck. It just, and I had to compose myself. I'm like, because it just. Well, Heather, I am in southern Alberta,
and that's in Canada. And because I don't know where Heather's from, I am from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So we're a province apart. He and I. What about you? Where are you from?
Yes, where are you from? Because we know where everyone else is from in here. Kazakhstan. Yeah. Did you have a stroke, Chadney? The Kazakhstan. That's
almost how you spell Kazakhstan. I think. No, he could be right.
Tell me how you spell Kazakhstan. Now the guys are making fun of me again. You were wrong.
Yorkshire, nice.
Holy shit.
Across the pond, as they say. Nice.
My auntie lived in London. She's in Vancouver now, but she has a place still in London. My auntie Marcia.
Yeah. How in the world did you find two bumbling morons like us on the internet coming from where you are in the world?
Speak for yourself. I am a jackass, sir. Thank you. Bumbling. I am not bumbling. Well, I guess I'm fat. I kind of bumble, I guess.
You can't really tell that we're Canadian because we don't have the stereotypical Canadian accent. And we also don't say A after every third word like we should.
Yeah, there are times I game with an Irish guy and there's times he can hear it. He I've asked him, do I have an accent? He's like, not all the time. He's like, sometimes though, you can really hear it. We have a guy we game with in Ontario, and he's like, I could totally hear. Oh, look at that. Well, Heather, I hope you enjoyed. There's an archive of shows. If you're bored, there's lots of crap on there. So
we are definitely not as entertaining as Alex Jones, but we also don't think that Sandy Hook was not real.
I think the frogs are gay, though. Oh, I just laugh snorted. Oh, that hurt. Ouch. Holy shit. That's awesome. Someone in Yorkshire. That's pretty fucking cool, actually. Your friends.
Yeah. I used to pay lots of attention to Mr. Jones back in the day, like 2004 to 2009, everything that he put out. And that's including his radio show he was doing 3 times a week. I was listening to that as much as possible.
What was the radio show?
That was, because he's based out of Austin, Texas. They're all 3 hours long each, and it's just basically everything that's going on in the United States and the world with regards to tyranny and
I've heard him on
Jesus.
Rogan, right? So what was the name of his show? Do you
I think
remember? Was it
it's
InfoWars?
InfoWars. That's his website, and I
Okay.
think that was the show as well. Wow, old
Really?
shortwave radio.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
Now,
Actually,
Heather, do you listen because you're a fan, or do you listen to Mr. Jones because he's entertaining? I know with everyone, including Mr. Jones, there's always some layer of truth in what he's talking about, but then he piles on more and more stuff because he's a showman. And to me, he goes over the top, and he makes some claims that are kind of fantastical, but he's still entertaining. Sorry, I cut you off.
what?
You lost your place.
I did. Yeah, Alex Jones. I don't know where to fucking go.
InfoWars, Prison Planet.
No, I know. I got nothing. But yeah, is that what we're gonna talk about, Alex Jones? Because Bob Saget died
at 65, and that sucked. And they found him in a hotel room. I don't know that it was from anything aside from natural causes at 65.
Well, he did like his booger sugar a lot. I know he was pretty. But I don't know about then. That was always the thing on him. But I saw a thing on Facebook, then it was so true when it said we lost our grandma and our dad within like a week with Betty White and him. Because the first thing you think of is Full House, right? That's right where your brain goes. Most people's Full House.
Uncle Jesse, right? Or is that?
He was the dad. Bob
he was the dad.
Yeah, Stamos was Uncle Jesse.
Gotcha. I don't think I ever watched an entire episode of Full House.
Oh, I was into it big time when it first came out. Like I never watched the reboot. Kim liked it, but I couldn't be bothered. So I've gone to the old man thing, like Chadney, that I like. It's like Great Escapes, it's called, and Morgan Freeman's the host, and it's like great prison escapes. It's on history, so I'm all about that now. I'm actually watching them all. I haven't watched like an whole show like that in forever, so I've quite enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yes, sir. I'm an old man now. Got the show.
So am I. I've been getting more into Clint Eastwood movies, especially from the 70s, like The Gauntlet from 1977. Mm-hmm. Not bad. I think he did a prison escape movie, Escape from Alcatraz or something like that, which I plan on watching pretty soon.
He did. Yes, he was in Escape from Alcatraz. Yep. Yeah. Karen videos.
Okay.
Yes. I've been watching a lot of them lately. There's lots on Facebook.
There are, but I'm looking for those ones that are worthy of our time. And when I say that, I mean something aside from people just yelling at each other, you know?
My favorite one still, well, of course, there was the German dude in the wheelchair. Unbelievable. But that was awesome. The one when the ladies like screaming at the African-American girl lady in the store, it's like, get away from me. She's like laying on the ground and she's like, this poor woman's like, she's just screaming at me. And it was unbelievable to watch.
Speaking of that, I got the follow-up to that and I found yesterday. It's only a minute long.
Oh, it is part 2. Look at that.
Yeah. Crazy lady. Okay, she attacked me and try to say I attacked her. Look at this. Get away from me! Y'all better get this lady.
Get away from me! I'm gonna chase her.
I hit the wrong video.
I got it.
Security! Security! Look at this. Yes.
Sorry, guys, I effed that up. Look at that. This is her.
Yep.
And like, there's this. Yeah, this is her. Like, this is where, like.
No, I gotta just protect myself. She's trying to attack me. No.
We call them wankers here.
Yep.
Like, this is unreal.
She's saying I'm threatening her. I'm not saying nothing to her. It's the.
Like, where, like, you wonder where these people would ever even learn where that would be acceptable. Like, or it was one of those things that as a child they did it and they just got what they wanted. So I was like, well, we'll just keep it going.
Yeah. There's that. It's not really old now because, well, it is old now because a lot of people are doing it. But this idea that as long as you're loud and you make a scene and you're just a general pain in the ass, you'll get what you want eventually. Mm-hmm. That should never have gotten popular. And those kind of people should be called wankers. You see, Heather, I know that word was usually exclusive to your side of the pond, but over here, I'm hearing it a little bit more now, and for good reason. And Ryan, Jacob's Ladder, excellent movie. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
I saw that and the 2004 version of The Manchurian Candidate at about the same time.
See, I haven't seen that. What did I watch? Oh, if you want a stupid leave your brain at the fucking door and not worry about it movie, I watched the Hitman's
Bodyguard.
Wife, but the wife, the second one.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It was for what it was. I enjoyed it, and Selma Hayek is still hot. And to hear fucking motherfuck people and tell them to suck her dick and shit, it's like, whoa, right? For what it was, I enjoyed it.
Absolutely, yeah. So did I. I saw the first and the second.
Hey.
Yeah, like our friend Frank from The Harsh Truth says, it's a turn your brain off, stuff popcorn in your face kind of movie.
And those movies are okay. They're quite acceptable. They really are. And I think a lot of people go into movies thinking that they have to be like Schindler's List and this movie didn't grab me and it didn't urge. Just enjoy the fucking movie.
Yeah, movies are made for a variety of reasons. Over on Heather's side of the world, there's a movie called Shallow Grave from, I think, 1994. Really good movie. Yeah, Prince Andrew's a pariah now.
Yeah, he is in some shit.
Good, fuck that guy.
And good, fuck that guy. Not literally.
Literally.
I'll take one for the team. I'll fuck.
You'll bend him over?
I will do naughty Canadian things to him if he really wants.
Stuff donuts in his mouth and pour maple syrup on his back and be like,
Tim bits and poutine right off his back.
Oh yeah, eh? Oh yeah, you gonna like that, eh?
Yeah. Here, put on your toque, eh? We're gonna do it beaver style so we watch the hockey game, eh?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good old moose knuckle he got there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, good. And what I'm not understanding is we knew what this island was, right? We know, and I mean we can't exactly prove what happened with everybody that went to this island, but every name on that list should be getting investigated.
Especially Bill Clinton.
Yep.
Fuck that guy too.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. But any of that shit, like you said, Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby is a free man right now.
Yeah, technicality. Yeah.
What a justice system. What a fucking justice system.
Yeah.
The guy's free. That shit. It is mind fucking blowing. But like Chris Rock's bit when he was talking about
really?
He was talking about O.J. Simpson. He's like, if O.J. Simpson was just a bus driver, his name would have been what did he say? O.J. the white murderer bus driver. Like that's just it. If this guy's name was just Bill Williams, the carpenter, not Bill Cosby, the comedian, you would have never heard of the fucking guy again.
Mm.
I guess she hollered back, girl, didn't she?
Oh, B-A-N-A-N. A-N-A-N.
It's bananas. Bananas.
Bet she got a banana over there. Oh. She should be canceled. She should be investigated. No exceptions to anyone.
No, every one of them should be. Every name on that fucking list.
Yep.
If there is indeed a list, again, you can't believe everything you see, but if there is in fact a list, and they know, like if this Giselle, whatever the fuck, Maxwell McGillicuddy fucking has names, then she should be fucking giving the names. And yeah, go. Like, I just don't understand. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't like, you know.
Yeah, guilt by association, tried in the public court. Apparently, there was a list that came out last year, but I think it was debunked as being just a not verifiable list.
Yeah, and I saw the list too, but you never know. We had Jimmy Selvin. No, okay, hold that. I'll have to look this guy up.
Jimmy Seville, wasn't he a stand-up comedian? No, I'm thinking of Jimmy Carr. I'm sorry.
Was he a barber? A barber of Seville, you see?
Oh, get out of here! Trying to be all smart and shit. The barber of Seville.
Was he a DJ? Oh, seriously?
Jamie. So Heather is from Yorkshire, and Chad is from the interior of BC, and Ryan is from Prince George, and who else is still here? Jesus, you know where Dad's from. Jen.
What side?
Jen, who's not here right now, she is from, Jesus, way up north. Further north than Prince George, so it's really cold where she is.
Yeah, so Jimmy Saville was a piece of shit. And I'm hoping that he died of painful syphilis.
What did he do?
Was apparently over a period of 50 years included 215 alleged acts of on. Basically, he was molesting children, one as young as 8. There were 126 indecent acts, 34 rapes, penetration offenses.
Was this guy part of the Catholic Church or something?
No, he was a DJ. He was a DJ. He was a TV personality, like Heather said there. Yeah. He was a big old piece of shit.
Yeah, Jamie, you are the only one watching from Saskatchewan right now. I think you are the only Saskatchewan viewer we've ever had. I think. Yeah, I'm going with that for now. And that has been your information segment. Yeah. Made that one a little bit shorter too.
Yeah, so yeah, he was a big old piece of shit, and he looks like a fucking creeper who I don't think he did any jail time. So the Met, whatever the Met is, maybe Heather could tell us what the Met is, stated that the total number of alleged victims was 589, to whom 450 alleged abuse by Seville.
Oh no.
Wow. Yeah, no shit. Holy shit. Yep.
I had heard, and I think we had this on the old show. In Germany, members of the Catholic Church would put, I think, either different colored pins on young altar boys who they knew were DTF. Well, yeah, or forced to F. Yeah.
There you go. That's a better way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. That video was our knowledge segment. So because you can learn stuff on the show, kind of.
And that is our friend who is in here somewhere, Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan Labatuk. Yeah. That is him. That is taken from a collection of party tapes that actually see Heather, me and Alex have known each other since 1986.
86, 85, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I remember, I think we've discussed this before. I mean, we do have a new listener. So our fathers worked together in a sawmill in the small town called Mackenzie, British Columbia. I remember the first time I met Alex, I believe it was at the Tyee Theater at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And then we were friends until I'd moved to Mac 1 for 6 and 7. And then when he went to high school, we reconnected and we've been friends ever since. We lost touch, of course, like everybody does in the early or the mid 2000s. But then we kind of, when Facebook kind of reconnected and yeah. And yeah, so me and Alex have known each other. Holy shit. Fuck. 30 years.
Yep. 36 years.
Yeah. So, and there's only one person that I've known longer than him. Ryan Labatuk would be one, but I don't know exactly because our dads used to party together. So that's a mixed thing. But actually, Nathan Blackler, I've known him for 41 years.
Wow.
And I still talk to Nathan, and he's actually moving to Drumheller. So he's actually sent me his new numbers. So I think me and him will probably end up getting together here probably in the spring or the summer or something. So
is he going to be one of those people at the dinosaur exhibits or something?
No, he's working at a grocery store or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I remember actually the last time we were in Drumheller for a football game, they have a real shitty football field. And I'm like, and it was cold and we're like in the wind. I'm like, can't these motherfuckers sell a couple dinosaur bones? Fuck, get a goddamn stadium built here? Like, this is fucking stupid. It was so cold. So,
yeah, pretty much your whole life. Yeah, because Jamie and I are cousins, Heather.
Yeah. So, what else can we talk about? What is there in the news that's not stupid?
I had one more Heather, or pardon me, I had one more Heather video. Woo! Sorry, I had one more Karen video. I'm sorry, I did not mean to confuse the two.
We have one more wanker video.
Because I am a doctor of moronology. I confused those two names. I apologize again. I got one more Karen video. This one's a little bit shorter. It's 43 seconds. I can't remember what this one's about, but it's a Karen video, so it's a bunch of yelling and stuff.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I don't know, my boss is checking it out.
Ah!
Oh my God! Now she's got the window open. She's hitting things with the fucking credit card machine. Hey, do not hit her like that! Oh my God!
Like, where was it?
She grabs the Interact machine, starts swinging it around because she wants a refund.
But this world.
Where would anybody think that's even like? I guess and again, I'm not making excuses for this crazy person who obviously needs help, but where would you think? Oh, I got a great idea. I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm gonna fucking go ballistic and swing a interact that machine at someone like a fucking savage. Like. And I think I told this story. Maybe I did. Did I tell the story about the coffee last week at McDonald's or a couple weeks ago when I got Kim the? Yes, I did. About the mocha and the hot chocolate. I got corn and hot chocolate. Yeah. Again, I sat for a long time. I didn't go in and scream at anybody. I could have went in and said, "Hey guys, like this shit's cold. Like, come on." But again, it's just like I couldn't be bothered. These poor people are making minimum wage. I didn't want to bother them, and the drinks were cold. And here's this woman that's just going nuts. And I gotta say this. I have to say this. I didn't call her a savage because of the color of her skin. I said she's being a fucking savage because she's being a savage.
Yeah, her actions.
Yeah, her actions before anybody like clips it out and it's look at this fat redneck asshole who's being a racist. Let's just clear that up right the fuck now. So
Yeah.
Have you seen the new fad going around called the 10-year challenge?
Yeah, post a picture from 10 years ago beside a one that's current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the best one that I've seen.
What would you know about pressure? She's so good.
Reinhardt's a man. Reinhardt's a man. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Fuck, it is so awesome. Oh, what a
Sean Young was great in that movie.
Yeah, she did such a great job. And that's one of those movies that I could watch again and it's still just as funny.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple of them are Jim Carrey movies. Your gun was digging into my head. But it's like Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber. For me, it's like 40-Year-Old Virgin. Super Bad. I'm trying to think of other movies like Robin Hood Men in Tights,
How about
Spaceballs.
Liar Liar?
Yeah, I still get a kick out of it, but to me it wasn't quite as funny as Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura, but it did have its moments, almost definitely.
Yeah.
It definitely did. Like I still use that line, like, and I don't like when he's talking about Jennifer Tilly's license, like 108 pounds. Yeah, in your bra. Like it's I say that to people sometimes. They'll be like, "Oh, I weigh this much." Yeah, in your bra. Like, stop messaging me. Anyways, hi. What else is there? Never mind. I shouldn't say that on here. Never mind.
What? You're going to deny us that content? What are you doing?
No, we were watching. We were watching My 600-Pound Life last night, and this guy was a massive human being. It was 200 or 706 pounds, and he had this big red shirt on. And Colin looks at me. He's like, "Dad, what size do you think that shirt is?" I'm like, "Tarp."
Yeah,
like,
you can make that joke.
Because I'm a fat guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only wearing a 2XL shirt, but I just couldn't even realize I was like tarp because I mean, like it was 702 pounds. I think this guy was.
Oof.
That's like 3 of me. I'm a big dude. That's 3 of me. And he's married to like this little slender African woman. Like she had the accent and stuff, so she's like was an immigrant, but she's beautiful, skinny, and then when it's funny because I didn't have time to say it. She walked in on the screen and Kim's like, "What the fuck?" Like Kim said that. I was like, "Huh, all right," because like even I was like, "Oh, really?" Like Jesus, she's so small. Yeah, just like just caught me off guard. What else we got here? Oh, you got anything else?
I am looking at 2 yoga studios in Kelowna who are staying open despite the order to close.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I had the stories about the gym in West Kelowna that refused to close.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, and I don't have any more about that gym, but these 2 yoga studios are staying open. Not much more to say about it than that.
I've seen this a few times. And hey, before anybody says anything, we dig at everybody on this show. And I've seen this once before, and I just giggled at it. Kind of made me laugh.
Oh.
Fuck, some of the shit people come up with is just fucking brilliant. It really is. Good Lord, what the fuck happened? Oh. What's that?
Uncle Hack does this on his show, and Danger Cats is in the description. On his last call segments, which are 2 hours plus, it's him and a bunch of other comedians taking live calls from people. They're pretty good, but it's always one of the running jokes is that liberals are the weak people, and if it's someone who doesn't want to do something, it's a liberal, and liberal this and liberal that. And I can understand their mentality because they're in the Alberta.
Yes, we are.
There are conservatives who are lazy too. I mean,
oh fuck yeah, there is.
Yeah, just because liberals were hippies back in the 60s, we get a bad I'm not even a liberal. They get a bad rap for being lazy and people on welfare and stuff.
So Miss Kadar shared this on Facebook, and I've seen this before, but this is this actually is a good argument why you don't argue with people online. In the 1980s, A&W tried to compete with McDonald's Quarter Pounder by selling a 1/3 pound burger at a lower cost. The product failed because most customers thought that the Quarter Pounder was bigger. This is why I don't argue with people online.
Face melting.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Brain gone. the Conservatives were in power. It was Stephen Harper, and my recollection of it was not great. He was kind of dictatorial at times. Well, I exaggerate when I say that, but still.
He's not a dick right there. He's a dick. Never mind. Okay, so this will bring up an interesting, because I think everybody from the 90s liked this song, and I remember I didn't know this till years later either. And the fact that this man claimed that it was his rhyme is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So it was when Vanilla Ice, real name Robert Van Winkle, did his book. He claimed that that bass line was his. And
What?
he'd never. Yeah, he did. He claimed that that it was his, when it's clearly a sample of fucking Under Pressure by Queen with David Bowie, right? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, right? Fuck.
I think when he was facing a copyright infringement claim by Queen, then this was after Freddie Mercury died, Rob Van Winkle defended himself by saying, no, there's an extra hi-hat in there. That makes it a completely original riff.
Yeah.
I swear he had that argument.
There's was an extra hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo. Rolling with my 5.0 on the air top down so my hair can blow. The girl is on standby. What do they say by?
Stop.
Did you stop? No, I just threw
Stop. Don't make me mute you.
Wow. That's aggressive. You know,
I remember the beatboxing from Having a Roni. I think that was the last track on that album. I don't know why, but I always remember. The funniest
part about that is Wayne Barlow did that for Airband in Mr. Bond's class.
Oh no!
Blackler told me about it. Yeah. And you know, you look back on music and you can go like, man, what were we thinking? But you know what? Ice Ice Baby was catchy, right? MC Hammer was catchy.
Yep.
There's still no excuse for Limp Bizkit.
Gotta have faith.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, I listen to it now, I'm like, what the fuck were we thinking?
But we were into it. I mean, when he starts yelling,
yes, we were.
It's just a product of its time.
That would have been an awesome thing to see. Princess Diana used to masquerade as a drag queen and went to gay pubs with Freddie and Elton John. If that's indeed true, Heather, that would be excellent. Imagine party with Freddie Mercury and Elton John.
That would be awesome.
I wonder if she did just as much blow as they did.
No, she was pure.
Do you think so?
No, Heather's going to set me straight on that.
She was bumping rails. That's why I think if I remember hearing correctly or reading that like, I didn't watch the Rocket Man movie, but I think that's why Elton John went broke. It's because he fucking had such a big cocaine problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that happens to so many big stars. They get hooked on something.
And that's anybody though. They get in their head that the money's never going to stop, right? You know, and that, I mean, a lot of wrestlers fall victim to that, because you listen to stories from back in the 80s, the money that they were making, they thought they were going to make that money forever, right? And they don't. But then that's a lot of football players too. You know, like, it's unreal the amount of money that they burn. But you think about it, you make, I think one of the biggest ones was Warren Sapp, who made millions upon millions, won a Super Bowl, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
But you really think that money's never going to end? You really think and then one day you're like, oh fuck, I'm broke.
That's why you got to have a manager.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I've seen a few Shaquille O'Neal videos lately. He tells I think he should do one of those tours where he tells stories, because he has a few that I've heard are pretty funny. He was telling a story how he got traded to Phoenix, the Suns, for the basketball team, right, in Phoenix. And like, he got to the apartment like 1 a.m. He's like, well, I need to furnish my apartment. So he went to Walmart. And I think it's something like he would spend like $10,000 in one shop. Anyways, he goes to use his card and it doesn't work. And he's like, he even goes, oh. It's like, I know I have money. Yeah, they had put a block on it because it was so high, right? And he's like, no, it's me. I'm trying to furnish my house. Right? Like, and then the other one he tells, what was the other one he told? he bought a car and his manager gave him shit. Like, would you stop? Like, and then he tells another story. Like he has a rule with his kids, which is really cool. Is like, because he says, if you want my cheddar, you got to show me the letter or something like that. Because he's not giving his money just to his kids. Or if you want the cheddar, you need to. So, but anyway, the kids have to have a bachelor's and a master's.
Wow.
If they want his money. Yeah,
Nice.
because he's done very well for himself, of course, right? So yeah, and there was another good story. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the basketball shoe story. Did I tell that one last week? I just heard.
No.
I thought that was so awesome. So Shaquille O'Neal just signed his first deal with Reebok, and he just got out of a game, and there was a mother there, and she greased him out. She got mad at him. She's like, "How can you fucking do this to people? They can't afford your shoes because they're like, $150, $200 for these shoes." And I guess that really hit him. And he's like, wow, you're right. So I guess he calls Reebok and says, you can have your money back. I'll wear your shoes for the season, but I'm going to make shoes that are affordable. That's why Shaquille O'Neal's shoes are at Walmart. Because he said that's who's going to sell my stuff. That way kids can have basketball shoes.
Yep.
So that's such a cool story.
That is awesome. Yes. Yeah. And more people need to think like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I've seen like there's like even now you go look at Jordans and stuff like $250 for a pair of shoes. Yeah. Like and that's the thing, you get the parents how to buy their kids these things, and it's just and you got these kids that just can never have it because their parents can't afford it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's just a name brand.
Yeah, I'm very very thankful. My son, he just loves Walmart shirts and shorts. He doesn't care. We have to buy him decent shoes because he has really flat feet, so we got to buy him like insoles and stuff like that. The poor kid is fucking cursed. But even then, he wants like $80 Reeboks. He does, like they're not big expensive shoes. That's I'm the old man now. I like Skechers.
Skechers.
I got a pair of Skechers, dude. It's the most cutting expression now because my leg is so fucked up. The Skechers are great. I recommend anybody who has feet problem and like to walk. Skechers are they're great shoes. Great shoes. Yes, sir.
I don't ascribe to any particular brand of, anything, pretty much. It's whatever I think works and does the job. That's why, remember, for years, I wore a watch. But at some point in time, when I had a cell phone, I realized, because I'm a minimalist, I don't need the watch because I have a time-telling device called a phone. Mm-hmm. So eventually you learn to adapt and overcome.
I do wear a watch. I have an Apple Watch. I do like to keep track of all my things. I do like, it's a psyche thing. It gives me goals to build, like do my exercise to fill my rings. And that's how I look at it is, it's like, ooh, like, I don't have unrealistic things. Like I had to change my, like, it's got like a stand time. And like it had me at 12 hours. There's days I just can't because I'm in my garbage truck for 7 hours, right?
Yep.
So I changed it to 10, but like my exercise right now, I got to set 30 minutes a day, at least do 30 minutes. Yep. And I did 68 minutes of exercise today. So I'm at 226%.
Awesome.
And it's got like your calories burnt. So like you're moving, like the amount of moving you do in a day. Yep. And mine is 660 calories and I've burned 1,304.
Wow.
So it's just cool. It's just nice to see, and it's, maybe I am a minion and just, do I like any TV or movies from across the pond?
Across the pond. Hey, you're using that kind of language. I'm kidding.
I mean, I go for the old, like Monty Python, Holy Grail. That's one, like, I love that. No, I don't watch it. Like Alex watches a ton of movies. I don't watch a lot of TV or a lot of movies. I do like a lot of British actors though, because that's all they seem to hire now in Hollywood. They seem like the Spider-Man kid and a bunch of the Walking Dead guys. So Alex would be the one on like any British movies.
Yeah, I try and expand my movie worldview as much as possible, not just Canada and the US and England, but all over. today, for example, I watched a movie from 1921 called The Phantom Carriage. It's a Swedish silent movie. I watched the restored version. Pretty good. Really good for its time, especially because they had to use title cards for dialogue back then. And it was great because they did not use title cards for every single thing that a person was saying. Like there would be some back and forth. You can't hear it because it's silent because they got the soundtrack going. But by the person's actions and reactions, you could kind of judge what was going on back and forth. They would have title cards every once in a while. So again, I try to expand my worldview. With regards to, let's say, Britain specifically, there's a movie from 2017 that I really liked. I saw recently called A Dark Song. That was really good. With regards to other movies, I know I saw Jude Law recently.
Is Trainspotting a British movie?
Scottish.
Okay.
Really good.
Yeah.
Classic.
Trainspotting. I really liked Trainspotting.
Yeah, a lot of people like Downton Abbey. I've never seen it. I'm not much of a TV guy. I'm, again, more movie. I don't know if you were here when I said it earlier, Heather. Shallow Grave. I think that's from 1994. I love that movie. That's a classic kind of mystery thriller whodunit. I haven't seen it in years, but really good. So I recommend that. What did I see Jude Law in recently? He had an American accent. And Kate Winslet was in it too. And it was based in Louisiana. And Sean Penn was in it too. I can't remember the title, but I think it was from 2006. Yeah, 2006, starring Sean Penn, Kate Winslet, Jude Law. Can't remember the title, but it was all right. It was before Sean Penn starred as Harvey Milk in Milk. That's a good movie too.
Yes, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really enjoyed with Sean Penn. It just made me think of I Am Sam. I really liked that movie.
Ooh.
It was sad.
It's sad. That's a tough movie to get through. I've only seen that once.
I watched it once and I won't watch it again. Because it was so good. It was so heartbreaking too. It was like, hey, I made it through there, but I don't need to watch this again.
Yeah. Tough to get through, but it's worth it. It's a really, really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Office was one, of course.
Wasn't Friends or something like that?
I don't think so. I used to watch, and this is not an American sitcom based on a British comedy. I used to watch Are You Being Served? I loved watching that. My mom was a big fan of that too. That's a great British comedy TV series.
So
I watched that when I was a kid.
Big news, ladies. This is true.
Oh, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Jason Momoa.
I watched Aquaman recently. That's pretty good.
Really?
Wow. Three's Company. Wasn't that with John Ritter?
Yeah, John Ritter, Suzanne Summers, and I don't know. I can't remember the name of the other lady.
Did you ever watch? It's this comedy from 1992 starring John Ritter. It's called Stay Tuned.
Loved it.
Part of it was filmed here.
Was it?
At the end.
I loved that movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I have not. Yeah. And I, in full disclosure, I haven't seen it in a super long time. But
you haven't seen it. Did you just lose your place?
No.
Drink.
No, I didn't lose my place.
Yes, you did.
No, you have to give this horse advice. Oh, holy shit.
Run, bitch. Run.
Run, bitch. Run.
Yeah, Are You
Oh,
Being Served was a great comedy. I loved watching that when I was a
I had
kid.
watched a couple of it. Yeah, a couple of them.
Oh, I'd have to think on that, Heather. There are more British and Irish and Scottish movies that I've seen in the past year that just don't come to mind at the moment.
That is awesome. That's actually probably Ryan in the chat. That's probably one of his favorite shows.
That
I
is
would
my
say.
favorite TV show, Married with Children.
The internet is awesome today.
I saw that last week. Yep.
The internet's amazing. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I've seen a few interviews with Ed O'Neill, and he seems like a pretty cool guy. I remember that was a two-parter that when Marriage with Children went to London.
I think I've asked you this. What's your favorite episode of Married with Children?
Oh, the movie theater episode.
That's his favorite. My favorite is a two-parter. It is when they're in the supermarket when they live in the truck. That's my favorite. And then they have the contest after. That's my favorite.
Yep.
Yeah, that is my favorite one.
And they're playing the Olympic fanfares. They're going down the aisle slow motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she stabs him with the fucking cart at the end. And he's sitting in the tub and the water sprays out of him. Yeah. Whew.
When that was great. Yeah, the atomic bomb at the end. That was awesome.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yes, that's classic.
And
that's like season 5 or something.
When he was trying to protect the car because it was going to roll over 1,000,000 miles and it rolled out the garage.
Yes.
What is it going? Oprah Winfrey. Fuck. Oh.
Anytime Ryan would sing the oh god damn it, what's the name of that TV show that Al loved? Psycho Dad, Psycho Dad, Psycho Dad. Anytime Ryan would sing it, not just when I would see it on the show, but when Ryan would do it. It was awesome. Al shoots Stephen Marcy's dog. Ooh, wow. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Wow, me neither. That's where I got Brody's name from. Okay, listen, Butt Blaster B. Yeah, Buttmaster B. What was his name? Grandmaster B?
Grandmaster B.
Grandmaster B, yeah. And she's like, listen here, Butt Blaster B.
Well, Heather, you are part of the show now because you are a Married with Children fan. You will fit in fine with Ryan, myself, and Nick. So please do come back.
Yes.
Because this is awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus, did you? I don't remember that. I remember in acting class, Ryan told me to watch Broadcast News from 1987. Great movie, but I don't know what a teenager would be doing watching that movie because it's an Albert Brooks movie with Holly Hunter and William Hurt. Really good movie, but I think it's kind of heady for teenagers. You find another one?
Yeah, because it's my wife all day. Oh, fuck. Oh, hey, sorry. I forgot to click the... And I'm so guilty of that because she just stares. I'm like, come on! Like, that was a good one.
Kim was in one of our party videos. I think it was the first one. And it's a shot where it's zooming in on her and she's looking at the camera. I think she's got a drink in her hand and she gives the finger while holding the drink. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah.
That's the resting Kim bitch face that comes to mind when I think of that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. All right.
I think that will about do it for this week.
I think so. We're kind of spinning, so.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yes. Heather, we usually go between hour 10 and hour 30. We've gone up to 2 hours, but that's a rarity. Hour 40 has been the average for a while. And yeah.
But thank you for joining us. We hope we get to see you again.
Yes, absolutely. It was awesome.
Tell your friends if they want to come hang out with two stupid Canadians that say dumb shit, they'll enjoy us.
And also thanks to Trevor, Jamie, Stephen, the redneck. Jesus, it's 3:30. What are you doing up at 3:30 in the morning over there?
Well, go back and watch the rest of the archives. There's fucking weeks of shows. You can even see where if you go back to where I don't know what it was called. If you really want to see a little town in northern British Columbia, I drive around mine and Alex's hometown for an episode back in October. So if you want, and I was actually back home and actually went to Alex's place. I don't know if I went to the trailer park, but I know I went to Alex's house.
You went to the trailer park. You went to Century. Yep.
Did I go to my place? Okay.
So. Yeah. Yeah, and Heather, we are absolutely real people. We're not shilling anything. We're just two guys hanging out, doing stuff.
Bullshit. So
yeah. And to everyone else who is here, Old Man Lissick and the liberal media, drink, and Jamie, and I got to go back to the beginning to see who else was here. Dad and Corey. Corey was here for a few minutes. Thank you, Corey.
One more.
Yeah.
One more.
Casey is raw was here. It was great. So was Jen.
I got one more, but this is a great way to, it's the Chappelle picture that does it.
No, in this day and age, you get canceled for something like that. Yeah, I think we had planned to do that for quite some time, actually.
Yeah, and actually, I don't think I was even going to go on. I went, fuck it, and I just jumped in the truck and started driving around.
And it was lucky that you had as good a connection as you did roaming, because Mackenzie doesn't have all that great Wi-Fi, from what I hear.
No, it actually gets no. My internet on my phone was faster than my mom's Wi-Fi.
Sad. It's very sad.
It's pretty sad.
It's wrong.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Thank you all very much. We really appreciate it. We will be here on Thursdays, every Thursday, but at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Bird time. And we'll always be on Facebook and YouTube post-show, so you can watch us after the fact. And that's about all I got.
That's all I got, too. Peace out, homie G's. What's up?